So this is going to be last warm-up. How much higher above this and whether I push past that 310 I did last week, we'll see. I'd take doing 310 again at the right RPE over trying to push something higher, because we've still got one more week left. And I've got important stuff like the 280 squat and the 247.5 bench. So I'll pull this, I'll see where we are. But this is going to be last warm-up. And shout out to Reagan, current IPF world champion. He showed me how he conventional deadlift last year, and it's only just clicked what he meant by like his glute tension cue. And holy crap, does it make moving weight feel easier when I get it. Still, com ça. Anyway, we'll hit this and then move up top set. Currently SOS by Rihanna. So that 300 moved about as close to a 7 as I'd want anything above it to move. And given how I am feeling a little bit sluggish today, I don't want to risk over fatiguing myself for next week. So I'm going to leave it at 300, but I'm going to add a back down set at 260. So I can still get my exposure, but I'm not going to be pushing like anything higher and end up slipping over like 8.5, 9. So an easy 300, nothing to worry about there. Back down 260. I'm thinking maybe like triples or cluster singles. I'll see how I feel after the first rep. Yeah, so trying to wedge into 260 with wraps is really weird, because you've got to somehow generate all that tension that you'd build on the way down from the bottom. And I think trying to do like a bottom up setup, which is basically where you're at the bottom, your knees are bent, you've got your hands on the bar, and that's where you try and brace and build lat tension. I think that works far better in sumo, because you've got so much more space for your abdomen than in conventional. And with that, I just felt like I couldn't get anything into my upper torso. So when I was down there trying to do my wraps, I was deadlifting and it was just all falling into my back. Like I couldn't get my hips underneath me or anything. So what I might do in the future is just wrapless, but do like cluster singles, because that way I can just mix grip. Oh nice, torn open a callus, don't know if you can see that on that finger. I was thinking to myself, I need to cut my calluses down, otherwise I'm going to rip them. Well, that's on me, peeps, but yeah. So I think for the future, cluster singles on the way down if I'm going to do back downs. And yeah, wraps are just not it for me with conventional. But we've now got the alternate 333 bench. And then we've got accessories. I can't quite remember what the accessories are. But yeah, alternate 333 and accessories. It's a good day. Hello everybody. So this is going to be final warm-up. Top set is 187.5 for the top triple, and that's a 333 pause. The reason I'm doing these, and again I'll explain, is at competition at nationals last year, I really struggled with benching at someone else's pace, that being the head judges. I think I got too comfortable kind of doing my own tempo and ended up being far too quick. And I know that like my bench single each week is pretty much touch and go, but that's my own little experiment I'm running. Hence why I have an exceedingly long pause, because it kind of offsets that, but also gets me as much practice as I need when it's difficult. So I'm gonna hit this for a single, and then I'll go up to 187.5 for my triple. Nice. Appreciate you walking around, but you really don't have to. You can just walk. No, it's fine. I don't own it. You can go through that all you want. Yeah, so that moved well. I've realized that. So that moved well. And especially given the fact that only 3 months ago, I was still battling with a left front delt injury that I had accrued from unoptimal training from a coach. It's nice to know that at the end of the day I can manhandle whatever weight I need to. That bottom touch point, holding it and keeping that tension there, is still a little bit difficult for me at the moment. And the reason for that is my front delts are so tight, they've basically healed like a hashtag pattern rather than linearly, the muscle mass. And it means that even though I think I'm holding tension here, what's happening is all that tightened muscle mass that needs to release and go back to that linear muscle pathway is tearing. So I think I'm tight, but that muscle's not holding on any of the tension because it can't. So coming out of that bottom section right now, it's just difficult, more difficult than it should be. And it's a good thing because it means that when this fixes it, when I get these front delts back to how they were, I bench 235 as a 105. I'll bench 265 as a 120. I want my only competition in bench to be Big Dev, the guy who holds it now, and Rondale Hunt, the guy who will take it from him. And I'm younger than both those guys. You know what? If I can keep running my bench against them, all I got to do is catch up with the squat and deadlift, and that's a big jump, but I'm willing to do it. I got time on my side. Now we've got back downs. I believe they're in the region of like 150, 160. Let's have a look. They are 155 for 155 for 3 sets of 5. So I'll see you for that. No, come through. Oh, okay. So yeah, we'll go over this and I'll talk you through just each rep what I'm thinking. So I'm pushing against the bar, bulldog grip set, internal shoulder rotation, leg drive. Next, exhale, set the leg drive, inhale into the chest, up, external shoulder rotation, set the lats, down, and now we hold. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. I'm pretty sure they say something about talking them through it. I'm sure they mean bench. So the reason that I do static core work rather than active core work is because active core work, as I found out, will tear me up and leave me with DOMs for 4 days. That goes for most people. When we're doing static stuff, we're just targeting like stabilization. We're not going after muscle fatigue. We're trying to teach the muscles to be able to hold specific forms of tension. So this one's up the right hand side, without necessarily going after muscle hypertrophy. So this is great for getting your core ready for squats and deadlifts. Obviously, with bench it's the opposite. We actually need to teach our core to relax and expand, but you'll learn that, or someone will teach you like I just did. Alright, so that is this session done. That is day 12. So we've got one more week left. Now obviously, I didn't push anything really hard for the deadlift today. Bench, I got a glimpse of my old form. Instant lat pump, felt amazing. But now I need to focus on next week, which is going to be my 280 squat, my 247.5 bench, and then I might try like a 305 conventional deadlift and see if I can keep it at that like 6 or 7 range. I'm not so like hungry for pushing deadlift at the cost of my squat and my bench, which are the two that I think are going to be where I can make the most progress right now. But accessories felt great. I've started putting in more and more forearm work just because I want to get into arm wrestling probably. It's going to be fun. But that is day 12 done. Yeah. Thank you for joining me. I'll see you for day 13. If you feel like subscribing, I'd appreciate it greatly. And I hope you all have a good weekend. Catch.